Rana, and in last week's video where I reorganized my bookshelves, I promised you guys that I will make a bookshelves tour, so here we are. I currently have these two white bookshelves from IKEA. They are not your regular Bookstagrammer, Booktuber, white simple bookshelves. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the simple, cheap bookshelf. I just prefer the look of this one because of the frame that it has that the other one lack, and I find this one to be a little bit more sturdy. That's why I bought these, even though they are a little bit more expensive. Anyway, let's start with the tour. I will start with the one that has English books, then we will go later with the one that has Arabic books. For the first bookshelf, we have non-bookish related things on it, as you can see. First, we have this. And where I live in Jordan, it is known that every university student in their last year in university, they make like some type of notebook with empty pages and they give it to other students and friends, professors to write them some letters for their graduation. Each student make their own unique notebook. For me, this one is mine. As you can see, I graduated from Al-Balqa University. I studied English literature from 2014 to 2018. My notebook is considered a little big and heavy, but I really like it because my mother bought it for me because I wasn't really interested in the whole idea, but I'm glad that she did. And the inside it looks like this, but I won't show you the letters. Anyway, I really love it and will keep it in my heart forever. Next, we have these two black Egyptian cats. I really love black cats, so when I saw these two, I immediately bought them. They are so beautiful. Next, we have these two glass congratulation type of thing that my mother gifted for my sister when she first graduated, and she gifted one for me too when I graduated after that. Then we have these two Eiffel Towers that I put at the back. I'm really obsessed with France and Paris and everything about it as a country, and I wish to visit it one day. This one I bought it myself to put on my bookshelves, and this one I got it from my aunt. She knows that I love the Eiffel Tower, but it is not a regular Eiffel Tower. It is actually a letter opener. It is gorgeous. Next, we have this bookshelf that actually has some books on it. I don't really have a system of organizing my books, but I like to organize them according to height. And on this bookshelf, it mostly has classics on it. First, we have 1984 by George Orwell, Animal Farm, also by George Orwell, The Epic of Gilgamesh, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson, The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, and this one is one of the weirdest books I ever read, Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami, This Beautiful Edition of The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, An Introduction to Classical Literature by Richard Jenkins, The Green Mile Part 1 by Stephen King, Test of the Debluveur by Thomas Hardy, Insomnia by Stephen King, A Time to Kill by John Grisham, To Kill a Mockingjay by Harper Lee, Dumb Witness by Agatha Christie, Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, Macbeth by the one and the only William Shakespeare. That was for these books. Now for these ones. Here we have three of Penguin Black Classic Edition, Sophocles by Antigone, The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman, and The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, The Arms and the Man by George Bernard Shaw, Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller, Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway, The Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer, The Complete Ghost Stories by Charles Dickens, Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and Lord of the Flies by Sir William Golding. Here we have Groot thinking of which book he wants to read next. And here we have this beautiful, beautiful book, The Marvels by Brian Selznick. This book is beautiful from the outside and the inside. It is so, so beautiful. Like, look at this. Next, we have this bookshelf that has mostly fantasy books, and I organized it white and black books. I liked how it looked. Believe me, I don't know what I did while organizing these bookshelves. I just went with how they looked good to me. First thing here, and the most important thing, is Mr. Totoro. Next, we have the box set of the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, one of my all-time favorite series ever, Pet Sematary by Stephen King, The Way of Kings Part 1 and Part 2, 11/22/63 by Stephen King, Little Women and Good Wives by Louisa May Alcott, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Don't ask me why I have two classics on this bookshelf. I just needed two books with white spines, so yeah. A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, I think. The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch, the first book in the Gentleman Bastard series. I love this book. It is absolutely amazing. Red Seas Under Red Skies by Scott Lynch, the second book in the same series. The Republic of Thieves, the third book in the series by Scott Lynch. A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. Mythology by Edith Hamilton. Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvoul. Then we have this little thing here. It was a gift. It was a gift from my friends for my birthday. This little watch that doesn't work. This has my name on it and my birthday, the 5th of February. And inside, if you open it, there's a picture of me and my friends in uni and a little cute letter from them. That was for the black and white bookshelf. Now for the colorful one. Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, The Illustrated Works of Jane Austen, Volume 1. This one has 3 works: Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, and Persuasion. Metamorphosis by Ovid, American Gods by Neil Gaiman, Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Mythos by Stephen Fry, and Heroes by Stephen Fry, the Chaos Walking Trilogy by Patrick Ness, consisting of The Knife of Never Letting Go, The Ask and the Answer, and Monsters of Men, the selected poems of William Blake, All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, Educated by Tara Westover, The Snow Child by Ione Ivy, The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead, The Beekeeper of Aleppo by Christy Leftiri. Then here we have a Santa clock with an owl on it. Then we have this half-empty bookshelf. We have here a cookbook that we don't use, 3 books that I used in my university. I also have this, which, if you know, you know. Please tell me in the comments if you ever was obsessed with them when you were young or teenager. Like literally half of my childhood and early teenage years, I was obsessed with this. I also have this. It is a Korean phrase book and it has also a CD. I didn't really use it at all because it is a little bit advanced for me and I'm still a beginner. So hopefully one day when I reach that level, I will be able to benefit from it. I also have here some CDs of movies that I kept, even though I got rid of most of what I owned from movie CDs. But I still have these because I like how they look on my shelves. Then we have this number plate with Michael Jackson on it. I am a fan of Michael Jackson, so I think that's self-explanatory why I have this on my shelves. Here we have all of my bookmarks in this little bucket. I have a video about my bookmark collection. If you would like to see it, I will put it in the card. I also have this bookmark, this beautiful one of The Great Wave that my mother gave me a little while ago. I really love it. It is everything. And here I have this little turtle that shakes her head with 2 other small turtles on it. The last bookshelves is not important. I have my Canon printer here. I put it here because I don't have any place for it on my desk. And I put this thing on it so it won't gather dust. Here we have a little purple umbrella and this book holder that I also don't use. Now for the Arabic bookshelves. First we have some different copies of the Holy Quran. I have this one. It is mine. It is separated in 6 parts. These ones here I used in school. These 2 are very old. This one my mom owned for like more than 30 years. One of these are for my sister and the other one is an extra random copy we have. These 2 were gifted to us when we visited a mosque back when we visited Saudi Arabia last time, 7 years ago. Then we have these 3 owls. A picture of my sister that she doesn't want to show her face in this video, so yeah. This shelf has some different religious books of some sort. These three books are all different interpretations of the Holy Quran. From this point on, I'll be reading the books' titles in Arabic, and I'll leave some subtitles for you guys. أمثال قرآنية لطارق إسعاف الصفدي، هذا الحبيب محمد رسول الله لأبو بكر جابر الجزائري، قصص الأنبياء للإمام ابن الكثير، استرداد عمر من السيرة للمسيرة للدكتور أحمد خيري العمري، رحيق المختوم للشيخ صفي الرحمن المبارك كفوري، لا تحزن لدكتور عائد القرني، من بدائع العريفي لدكتور محمد عبد الرحمن العريفي، 100 من عظماء أمة الإسلام غير مجرى التاريخ لجهاد الترباني، الإسلام بين الشرق والغرب لعلي عزت بجوفيتش. Next I have this wooden box that I don't really remember where I acquired it from, but I really like how it looks on my Arabic bookshelves. Then we have this little picture of me and my sister. The next shelf we have this bear that I got for my graduation party. Then we have another picture of me and my sister when we were really young. As for the books, we have أنت تتبع حمية لمايكل إف روزن، قوة التفكير للدكتور إبراهيم الفقي، أعظم شخصية التاريخ لعيسى الحسن، أشهر مدني العالم القديم لأحمد الميناوي، سيرة الماسونية لماري فرانس إتشكوان وفريدريك لونوار، مغامرة العقل الأولى، الأسطورة والمعنى، والإنجيل برواية القرآن كلهم لفراس السواق، الضباب الأحمر فوق أمريكا لويليام جاي كار. Then we have some Dan Brown books all in Arabic. We have الحصن الرقمي، الحقيقة الخديعة، شفرة دافنشي، الملائكة والشياطين، الرمز المفقود، وآخر شيء الجحيم لدان براون. These three books I studied in university with this one, the fourth one. Then we have here كليلة ودمنة لعبد الله بن مقفع، استمتع بحياتك للدكتور العريفي، الطريق إلى الجنة، موسوعة المعلومات العامة، موسوعة الأساطير والخرافات لإبراهيم سراج، سيرة حياة مالكوم إكس أو الحاج مالك، غاية المريد في علم التجويد، أحجار على رقعة الشطرنج لويليام جاي كار، داغستان بلدي لرسول حمزة توف، تعريف عام بدين الإسلام لعلي الطنطاوي، أسعد امرأة في العالم لعائد القرني، الضيوف لرؤوف أو فقير، فئران أمي حصة سعود السنعوسي، الياسمين الأحمر لكريم أمين، أنا ملالة، أحدث الليل لدكتور محمد بن عبد الرحمن المقرن، يوميات خادمة في الخليج لدكتور محمد التونجي، بناتي لدكتور سلمان العودة، الخيميائي لباولو كويلو، زنزانة عادي مدى الحياة لسلمان العودة، سحر الترتيب لماري كوندو، ظل الريح لكارلوس سافون، يدها القادمة من القفقاس لهزاري الكيلاني، تاريخ موجز للزمان لستيفن هوكينغ، تائهون لأمين معلوف، رجل بلا وجه لإغاثا كريستي، ثلاثية غرناطة لرضوى عاشور، ألف شمس مشرقة، عداء الطائرة الورقية، وردة جبال الصدى لخالد حسين. Then we have this little ship. The next shelf we have the Oxford Dictionary، طريق إلى الامتياز لدكتور إبراهيم الفقي، حمام الدار لسعود السنعوسي، شفرة بلال لدكتور أحمد خيري العمري، هكذا طريق الصالحات لدكتور محمد محمود، حكايات الجزء الثاني يمان السباعي، حوار مع صديق الملحد للدكتور مصطفى محمود، السر لروندا بيرن، الفيل الأزرق لأحمد مراد، رجال في الشمس لغسان كنفاني، تعليم اللغة اليابانية للعرب، أغنية الموت لأجاثا كريستي، ورائد الطلاب معجم عربي. On the same shelf we have an atlas, my yearbook, university yearbook, and my sister university yearbook. We also have here some random things I used to have when I was young. These all are short stories about animals in Islam and in Quran and things like that. I read them when I was like 6 or 7 years old and I still own them. And here we have some random booklets. They are not like books. These three are pair books. This one is about the blood type A. Don't ask me why I have these random things here, even though I am blood type B. فرنسي من غير معلم. This was my first attempt to study French when I was 8 years old and I terribly failed. And the last shelf here we have these. Let me explain what they are. In university in Jordan, students don't really buy textbooks because they are quite expensive. So what we do is we photocopy them from the bookshop in our university and they are cheaper that way for the students. These are some of the photocopied textbooks that I kept. The rest I got rid of because I don't think I need them. These ones I think I would be interested in rereading some parts from them, or if I needed some information from them, I can have them with me. Then we have this. As I said previously on my English bookshelves, I was obsessed with Witch, and these are all the comics that I read of that series, and I didn't know how to get my hand on them after they stopped publishing them in Arabic. I was obsessed with them for many years, and a couple of years ago I found a site that have the rest of the series in English, but when I started reading them, I wasn't having the same passion I had when I was younger, so I didn't actually continue reading the series. So that was my bookshelf tour. I hope you liked it, because it took me 2.5 hours to film, and I kept sneezing all the time because of the dust in the books. I don't think that I will do this again anytime soon, because it was quite exhausting. But I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!